Well, how much oversight should our lawmakers have once they are in office? How long should they remain lawmakers once they're elected? Those are the questions, among others, posed by voters or posed to voters by Proposal 1.
But what would it mean if Prop 1 passed? Our Grant Herms joins us now with his latest breakdown of the big issues on the ballot. Grant.
Hey there. So this proposal has been largely overshadowed by the other big issues, but Prop 1 would mean a new kind of oversight of the people who represent us and for how long they get to keep that job.
Proposition 1 is a blending of two hot-button ideas when it comes to being a watchdog on our politicians: transparency and term limits. For starters, it would make lawmakers in the legislature and executive branch, including the governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and attorney general, file public financial disclosures starting in 2024. So that's income, gifts, travel reimbursement, and future employment agreements. We'll get to more on that last one in a second. They would also have to disclose any positions they hold that aren't in religious, social, or political organizations. Michigan is currently one of the least transparent states in the country. In a 2015 study, Michigan was ranked dead last. It's also one of two states that exempts the governor and legislature from public records requests, and most political scientists agree more transparency is better.
Now, the second part is more controversial. Term limits. Passing Prop 1 would mean lowering the number of years someone could serve in office in Michigan to just 12 years, but it would expand the combination they could serve in the House or the Senate.
But unlike transparency, most political scientists agree term limits are less clearly good for governing. Wayne State professor Marjorie Sarbaugh-Thompson, who's done some of the country's most in-depth work on term limits, spending decades studying their effects, had this to say.
A lot of people would argue that it weakens the legislature and strengthens the executive branch. Other people would argue that it weakens government in general.
Michigan is one of 15 states with term limits and already has the strictest term limit laws in the country. When they were passed in 1992, the idea was there would be fewer career politicians and it would lessen the power of lobbyists in Lansing. Instead, the opposite is true. Sarbaugh-Thompson says new lawmakers often know less about most issues, so they rely on lobbyists more, and they don't have time to make friends across the aisle. She says Prop 1 could actually help, not hurt, those problems.
So I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily to have some expectation of turnover, and term limits insist on it. But when it's so short, you just have this revolving door, and what we're getting is a revolving door where people become a legislator and then become a lobbyist.
No matter how you vote, Prop 1 is all about oversight of lawmakers outside the voting booth.
Now, this is the last of our looks at the statewide proposals, but if you missed our breakdowns of proposals 2 and 3, those are now part of our voter guide. I click on Detroit.com. It's got all those explainers, plus what you need to know about the races in your area and what you need to know before those votes get counted. Devin?
Grant, and by the way, if you are voting absentee and you have not yet sent in that ballot, do not put it in the mail. Now that we've arrived at Wednesday, inside a week, we're now past the point when the Postal Service can ensure that it will be delivered on time. So you'll need to drop off your ballot at your local clerk's office or a secure local drop box, and you've got until 8 p.m. on Election Day to do that.